Now imagine your family spending $26,000 more than they are now for you to attend college than you have, or for you to pay that difference. Sadly, this was predicted for our future generations as ourselves. According to the New York Times, projecting out to 2036, tuition would go from 11% of the family budget to 24% of the family budget. The cost of higher education is becoming a further reach for students than ever before. This may be our future, the future of America, struggling to achieve our higher education. I don't know about you, but I personally do not want to pay the difference now in tuition or for my children in the future. After completing some research, I found that each of us can easily take a stand and show the government how this is affecting us, how the tuition increase is affecting each of us individually and the education we will receive. All we have to do is take 2 simple steps. The first step is to sign a petition, specifically the U.S. government, lower college tuition costs on change.org. Step 2 is to write or meet with our congressman. I would like to reiterate why the increase in tuition is a continuing problem, explain how the government can take part in making a difference, and finally, show what could happen if we took the proper steps to decrease the rise of tuition. So why is the increase of tuition such an important problem? Over the past decade, tuition has increased approximately $4,000 per student. The rise in tuition is affecting students across the nation, us here at Penn State included. According to Governor Corbett, we are one of the 4 state-related universities that can expect funding to be cut, which it already has. The quality of higher education is being affected with classes and programs being cut, which will affect our future and our ability to get a job. In order to stop the tuition from increasing any more than it has, Congress needs to take a stand. Education makes the largest single item in state budgets, and spending cuts there have been deepened and widespread, stated the Center of Budget Policy priorities. In order to stop these spending cuts, Congress needs to realize how important education is and that it is in need of more funding. In order for tuition to stop increasing and for education to gain more funding, the Congress needs to extend the Recovery Act of 2009, which states, as of September 30th, 2010, the Department of Education's entire $97.4 billion in Recovery Act appropriation has been awarded. Grant recipients report that approximately 275,000 education jobs, such as teachers, principals, librarians, and counselors, were saved or created with this funding during the most recent quarter. If this act is not extended, cuts are only expected to get worse. As students and the future of America, we too can take the necessary steps to help our nation get back on its feet. Step 1 would be to sign a petition. Next 3 slides are picking out the main points of it. First one is, with a 2-year degree in college, you're pretty much classified as an average middle-class citizen. Also, it states that not all colleges actually know what you're owing for your tuition. And the main cause of rising tuition is constructing new buildings, not really remodeling old buildings. It goes in to say that donors donate for completely new buildings, whereas if they donated money to refurbishing old buildings, it would cut our costs because that's all our money is going to is refurbishing buildings instead of actually helping us in classrooms and such. Also to provide financial counseling, which some colleges actually already do, and to take away the false imaging of college tuition, or at least the rise of it. And Barack Obama has done a considerable amount of trying to lower interest rates on student loans in order to make it more affordable. We can always support him in this. We also need to encourage states to keep investing in higher education. 40 states have cut funding, which is not a good thing, and we need to encourage as much of the country as we can. Colleges need to decrease their tuition costs. This is the future of our country. We need to make a difference. That was all stated in the petition. I've signed it. This only takes a few minutes of your time. It's like 5 minutes. The longest part is probably reading it and fully understanding it. Petition has worked in the past. Recently, 105 congressmen signed a bill to stop aerial wolf hunting. Now imagine 105 congressmen signing a petition to lower college tuition rates. The second step is to write with our local congressman. One way to get in contact with your local congressman is to visit writerep.house.gov. You just put in the state that you're currently living and the zip code of your location and hit the contact my representative button. It'll bring up your representative. Just fill out an easy personal information and your main idea of like what you want to do, like why college tuition should be lower and everything, and hit the send email button. On the same website, you can also follow your congressman on Facebook and Twitter, so you can always see what they're doing about college tuition and every other day life. Upon meeting or writing with your congressman, you should always voice your opinion, telling them that the education needs to become more affordable to yourself and future generations. The actions that I've recommended will take time, but the more persistent you are, and the more people that join and take part, the more Congress, government, and the president will realize that college needs to be lower. College costs need to be lower. If you take these actions and spread the word, then a change can happen. Tuition can stop rising. If it does, we will have more money to put back into our economy, and people will be happier. If you do not take these actions, then tuition can just continue to rise, potentially making college out of reach for all students. So are you going to sit back and watch the future of America dwindle, or are you going to take action